In this video, I'm going to show you a range of resources that you can use to help inform your decision making. Not only for what you want to do beyond school, but it should also help you when preparing for your S6 options choices. So first of all, let's start with My World of Work, which hopefully you should all be familiar with. So let's pretend I'm an S5 and I've been thinking about careers in healthcare beyond school, and I've mainly been interested in physiotherapy. If you have a career in mind, you can either search for this in the main search bar and open the job profile when the results load, or you can go to My Career Options and then explore careers. The great thing about this section of the website is it groups careers under broad areas of work. So while you may have a career in mind, it's a way to discover other similar options that you may not otherwise have considered. So you can either scroll your way through these, or if you know the area you're looking for, you can use the filter. So I'm going to click in healthcare. You will see a range of roles open in alphabetical order. So as I'm mainly interested in physiotherapy, I'm going to click into this. Okay, so you shouldn't be a stranger to job profiles on My World of Work, as we've looked at these when I visited PSE classes in the past. However, let's quickly go over some of the main features and how this can help you when considering your options choices for S6. There is the Career Outlook at the top of the page, and you'll find for some job profiles there are videos you can watch to get an idea of what a day in the life of the career would be like. There's further information on what the job is like, working conditions and top skills. Now, when thinking about options choices, the Getting In section is going to be particularly helpful. There is a useful subject section which will normally tell you 1. What is required and essential for entry to a course or job, and 2. What is helpful to have. Above in qualifications, it's telling us more about specific information needed to get into this career. In the middle here, it's telling me what I need to enter into a degree in physiotherapy. It says this usually requires National 5s and a minimum of 4 Highers, including English and 2 Sciences. So perhaps I'm already sitting 2 Science subjects in S5, so I've covered this, but I've not taken Higher English in S5. I now know if I'm serious about this career option, I'm going to have to make sure I take Higher English up in S6. I'm also noting that HNC and HND courses which are offered at college can be a way into this career, so I'm going to begin looking into some of these options as well. So first, let's take a look at the course search facility on My World of Work. This can be a way to find various levels and types of qualification offered at colleges, universities, and also training providers who offer work-based qualifications. So I'm going to go up to the top of the page and hover over Learn and Train. Then I'm going to click on Course Search, so let's see what we can find for physiotherapy. You can see in the results it's bringing up the most relevant first. So for physiotherapy, we are seeing degrees offered at Scottish universities. I've used a very specific example, but if you are searching for something more broad-based, let's say history for example, you may find a lot more results being generated, and that's where the filters at the side can be used. So if you want to look at university degrees, but have of course never studied at university before, then you will look at undergraduate. Postgraduate study is for those who already have a degree, usually in a related area of study. You can click into these for more information on courses and also entry requirements. Okay, now I'm going to quickly show you another careers website which is similar in ways to My World of Work but also has some helpful features, and it's called Planet Plus. You may have heard of this already. So let's choose a different career now. Let's pretend I'm interested in a career in social work. So first of all, let's click into careers at the top and career areas. Okay, now we can see all the broad career areas. Let's find social, caring and advisory services and click into it. Similarly to My World of Work, if you're unsure where to find a specific career you're interested in, you can also use the search facility at the top of the page. So this gives us a good overview of this area of work, and on the right hand side we can look more specifically at sectors. So naturally for social work I'm going to click into social work and social care. It's worth pointing out that because I'm interested in this area of work, I may want to spend some time exploring other industries within this career area also. Now that I've expanded the sector, I'm able to see job profiles within the sector, and also courses by level is opening below this. This is the main part I'd like to show you on this website. If I click into the job profile for social work, similarly to My World of Work, it provides me with loads of information about this career, what it involves, getting in, etc. But one feature which is particularly useful is looking at related courses by level. So if I'm interested in looking at university options, I can click into degree. If perhaps I don't feel ready to go straight to university from school, or I'm unsure whether I'll meet university requirements, I could look at HNC, HND, or possibly NC and NQ options offered at colleges as a backup. So let's take a quick look at each section. So we can see that 45 degree results have been generated related to social work. Now for this specific example, to become a qualified social worker, it needs to be a degree approved by the SSSC. But this is the type of information you would learn from looking at job profiles. It tells you the course, institution of study, type of degree, and also the method of learning. If you want more information, simply click into the course. So this gives you an overview of the course content and what is covered, and also the entry requirements. Let's have a look at HNC and HND courses, which could be an alternative or a backup route for me into a degree in social work. And now we can see a list of HNC and HND level social services courses offered at Scottish colleges, which should allow entry into social work degrees upon completion and meeting any other requirements. You can apply this same practice to many areas of work, and as a further backup, NC and NQ courses can be a route into HNC and HND courses. However, please note there will not always be an obvious HNC or HND progression into university courses, and for some areas of study specifically, there isn't a HNC or a HND route, for example medicine. Okay, let's move on to something different now. A common concern that pupils have every year is where an area of study may lead to in the future, or the employment prospects following completion of a degree. Prospects.ac.uk is a website which can address some of these questions and concerns. Let's first click on Careers Advice and then What can I do with my degree? Okay, so if you're interested in a degree like primary teaching or nursing, it's fairly obvious the type of job you may end up in once you've finished your course. So let's imagine you're interested in something very broad-based and you aren't sure where it could lead on to. So let's go with psychology for an example. So Prospects brings up jobs that are directly related to the degree type, and it also brings up other areas of work where the degree would be useful. You may have guessed some of these jobs, but I'm sure there will be plenty that you wouldn't otherwise have thought of. Similarly to My World of Work and Planet Plus, you can click into these jobs for more information. There's lots of useful information, but further down the page you will find even graduate information. So this is looking at data of those who studied degrees in psychology and what they went on to do, going by destination, which covers employment, further study, unemployment, etc. And additionally the types of work that psychology graduates have gone into on completion of their degrees. So I'm sure this resource will be useful for many of you who are in the situation where you may have one or two ideas of what you'd like to study beyond school, but would like some more information to help you make an informed choice. If you found Prospects particularly useful, it's also worth checking out discoveruni.gov.uk, where you can compare university courses, and there are various other university comparison websites such as the Complete University Guide and What Uni. I appreciate many of these will be more relevant to you when you're in your 6th year and starting the UCAS process in applying to university, but beginning to explore now will certainly give you a head start. Okay, so most of the resources I've focused on so far I appreciate are geared more towards applying for college and university. So I'm going to talk a little about gaining work, life and volunteering experience as well. These are important to everybody, no matter what your plans are beyond school. They allow you to develop your skills, your knowledge and experiences. Now of course, where we find ourselves in the middle of a pandemic, work and voluntary experience has been extremely limited since March 2020. However, as restrictions ease and things become safer, it will be important that you challenge yourself to explore some of these options that will make you more employable and more attractive applicant to colleges and universities. Some of you may want to find part-time work while you're at school, so let's take a look at the Getting a Job section on My World of Work. This has tons of useful advice, but the first thing you'll need if you don't have one already is a CV. There are guides to CVs and applications, and if we scroll our way down the page, we'll find links that take us to the CV Builder on My World of Work. Before we get there, you can look over some example types of CV and read over some do's and don'ts. Then when you're ready, you can click on Make a CV. You'll need to be logged into My World of Work to use this, using a previous login or registering first if you don't have an account. This is showing an example CV I've previously made, so I'll give you a quick demonstration. The beauty of the CV Builder on My World of Work is it allows you to work through each section of your CV at your own pace and links useful tools and articles to help you on your way. This will always be saved on your My World of Work account, so provided you have internet access, you can access it anywhere at any time. Once you've completed it, you can download a copy, make some final tweaks should you wish, and print, email or upload depending on where you're applying to and if you need a physical or digital copy. Now, you might not be interested in the commitment of a part-time job, or perhaps you'd like to try something out and build your confidence first. Volunteering can be a great way to do this. Let's have a look at the volunteering search on My World of Work. If you have an idea of what you'd be interested in doing, you can type this in the blank box or use the activity drop-down. I'm going to put in the school postcode and leave everything blank to see what results come up. And again, you can use the filters at the side if you'd like to see some more specific results suited to you. There are other good volunteering websites worth checking out, such as Volunteer Scotland and also a local charity in Ayr who organise volunteering opportunities. They're called VASA, and you can like their Facebook page to see what they have to offer. When it comes to finding employment, work experience or voluntary experience, networking can be key. Think about those in your network who can help you, and remember, nothing ventured, nothing gained. This year more than ever, it's important to keep in touch with your networks. So in school, your guidance teacher, subject teachers and myself, if we know about your plans and goals, we can pass on any information about opportunities that we're aware of and that can help you. And on that note, remember you should all be enrolled in the Microsoft Teams careers page for your year group. Keep an eye on this, as it's a place where I share information and opportunities related to university, college, jobs, apprenticeships and much more.